Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This video is about Dragon Lord Frodo and what has been occurring with him lately. So, Dragon Lord Frodo is scared shitless over court, but specifically his psych evaluation. He is worried about not so much the jail or jail time, but what goes along with jail. And what I mean by this is, if you've ever been to jail or you know somebody who's gone to jail, they practically lose everything, right? Like they'll lose their place, their apartment, they'll lose their car, they'll lose their job. So practically all of that just goes away and you gotta reset somehow. So Dragon Lord Frodo, he's scared he's gonna lose his apartment, which is actually pretty nice. It's freshly renovated, it's in a good area, it's a nice place. Plus, he's also afraid he'll lose his supplements for survival, such as his EBT and his county worker supplementation and such, which I won't go specifically into. Now, if you're lost, and I know some people might be lost right now, you might not know what's going on, well, let me tell you. So, DLF has a trial date set for June 20th, right? With a control in early June. Now, the ADA, Assistant District Attorney, has set a psych eval and he has to go into court May the 5th. Yes, May the 5th, which is 2 days from the time of this recording, because today is May the 3rd and he is very upset about this.
I know, I'm losing my mind because of this whole thing with the court and everything. And to be honest, it's not jail that I'm really worried about so much. Like, it's not jail itself that I'm really worried about. It's just it's everything that goes along with jail. So like, I don't even mind going to jail for like, I don't really mind going to jail. The problem is for me is that, like, if I go to jail, I'm gonna just check myself in the protective custody, okay? So it's not like I'm worried about getting hurt or anything like that. The only thing I'm really worried about with this thing is that I'm just worried that if I go to jail, I'm going to lose everything that I have. I'm going to lose my apartment. I'm going to lose my, SSD and my food stamps and everything else. And the whole thing with this court case has been so stressful for me that I lash out on video and I say stupid shit that probably gets me into more and more trouble. I just want to say that I don't hate this prosecutor. I don't hate this guy for being black or anything like that. What it is, it's low-hanging fruit, and it's like the first thing you see with this guy is black and the goofy fucking dreads, okay? And so that's what I take, and I like same with the other prosecutor. First thing I saw, big ass, cute as hell. So you know what? You're gonna talk your little fucking sexual talk about her. What I'm doing is I have like, okay, I actually have goals in my life that are being put on hold because of something that I allegedly said on a video. And to be honest, it is kind of ridiculous considering what happened before I even went to jail originally. And I really have been trying to stay out of trouble. It's just that when I get stressed out, I start becoming irrational. I start overthinking shit. I start, And honestly, last night when I was sleeping, the reason I wanted to make this video is because last night I had a dream. I had a dream Eugene was still alive, and Eugene told me, Mike, you're fucking being an asshole. You need to fucking stop.
So what did he do because he's upset about this? Well, he started bragging how he could manipulate this psych eval to seem crazier than he actually is, or manipulated to seem as sane as possible, as if the people who are administering this psych eval doesn't know that people do this. Come on now. Another thing is that he doesn't want to go in. His lawyer has said certain things like he can do it without, being there for an extended period of time. That I'm not really sure on. I'm going to have to look into it. But, that's what he said that his lawyer is saying. After he bragged about manipulating the psych eval, then the next live stream, he started trying to find out the dirt on the black assistant district attorney that is prosecuting him. And this attorney, of course, has dreads. And he has been calling the prosecutor out by his name.
Now, you don't want me looking shit up about you. You should. That's it. You know what it is? You know what it is? These people are my own personal fucking shooting gallery. You pop up, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you pop up in my life. I have to fucking figure out every little fucking. You should never have gotten involved, Ian. You should never have gotten involved, Ian. You don't know what you're fucking dealing with me, okay? Not making a threat, but like I'm using the term, shooting gallery as a euphemism for. Oh, look at this guy coming out of the woodwork. What can I use as ammo against this guy?
Then he makes a video saying he is just scared, and these are his coping mechanisms to attack low-hanging fruit such as looks, race, and such. But here's the problem, DLF. You can't make excuses for bad behavior. What he's not understanding is that his behavior has placed him in this very situation, and it is behavior that has persisted the situation of him still having ongoing matters in the courts. Because if he would just stop, then this current charge of the criminal contempt wouldn't have been laid in the first place. Because the original charge was 4 counts of aggravated harassment, and he pled to the 1 count. Now, after doing his time, doing his thing, going to jail, okay, just stop. But he didn't, and that's why he caught this criminal contempt charge.
When I have goals and I have like plans to do something bigger in my life than just sit around on the couch and fucking smoke pot and fucking play video games and fucking eat and all that other shit. I don't hate this prosecutor for being black. I want to make that clear. I might say some real nasty shit, but it's a coping mechanism, and I've talked about this before. When I have like a problem, right, and this problem is something that's like getting in the way of stuff that I want to better my life doing, I tend to take that problem and make it smaller as a way to deal with it. So I use humor, and I put people down, because that's the way I make the problem less, at least in my head.
No, he just needs to face the consequences, and once the consequences have been dealt with, then just move on with your life, DLF. That's all I'm going to say. Move on, forget about those ladies, move on with your life, get better, get a job, do better with yourself rather than sitting on a couch and speaking to people online. Not that nothing's wrong with that, but when that's all you do every single day, smoke weed, sit on a couch, talk to people who might not have your best interests at heart, because I have a lot to say about these people that he talks to. You know the ones I'm talking about. Yup, those ones constantly in his channel, talking a lot of shite about anything and everything. I have a lot of words, but the problem is this. DLF can't stop talking about these women, and he can't stop talking about anything and everything he should not be talking about. Plus, he can't stop doing anything he isn't supposed to be doing. He needs some proper coping mechanisms because his coping mechanisms of using foul language, racism, homophobia, transphobia, anti-Semitic sayings, and everything else is just wrong. Misogyny, it's wrong, and that is not a good way to cope with whatever is bothering you in your life or whatever you're upset about. Please get proper help, proper coping mechanisms, and get better in your life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, just imagine being held, having your fucking life put on hold for 3 fucking years over a misdemeanor charge. That was pretty much, and I hate to diminish what I did, but what I did was fucking stupid. Okay, but like I said, this is something that's not even like that big of a deal when you think about it. I was going on Facebook and sending these 2 women just like real dirty messages. And I did it. I just wanted them to like react to it. Like in my, like I honestly believed that when they were seeing these messages and all this shit, I honestly believed that when they were seeing this, they were like laughing between each other, like this. Like the whole spiel of the situation was that I was gonna make everything just sound so ridiculous. So like, even down to the name Jimmy Boots. Jimmy Boots. I made up that name because it just sounded so fucking ridiculous.
Anyways, that's it for me. I will keep you updated with what happens on or after May the 5th, of course, as well as in June, because anything can happen at this moment in time. Because I also have to say, certain things he said in one of his live streams where he spoke about the ADA, the black ADA with the dreads, certain things could be considered a threat. And when you are threatening an ADA, well, you know who gets called? The FBI, because this is a very serious matter. You're not supposed to do that. You cannot do that. It's against the law, and it is a felony. And when you do that stuff, you can get serious jail time, is all I'm going to say. So anything and everything can happen on May the 5th. So don't be surprised if DLF does not come home, is all I'm going to say. Well, that's it for me. Leave me a like. Leave me a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.